Suresh Kumar, Senior Resident Department of Cardiology, Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology. My case is an unusual cause of pulmonary venous obstruction in a newborn. Starting with the background, pulmonary venous obstruction presenting in newborn period is most often due to obstructed total anomalous pulmonary venous connection. If such situation occurs in the presence of normal drainage of pulmonary veins into the left atrium, we have to think about the less common causes of pulmonary venous obstruction. Coming to the case, patient was a 1-day-old baby girl who presented with respiratory distress few hours after birth. On presentation, saturation is 90%. On cardiovascular system examination, which was unimpressive except for severe pulmonary artery hypertension and decreased bilateral air entry with diffuse crepitations. Chest X-ray showed ground glass opacity suggestive of severe pulmonary venous hypertension. This was the transthoracic echo subcostal four-chamber view cine images showing atrioventricular concordance with restrictive atrial septal defect shunting from left to right with mitral atresia and hypoplastic left ventricle. These are the subcostal short axis view cine images and still image on the right top showing both great arteries arising from the right ventricle with a subaortic ventricular septal defect and normally related great arteries with also hypoplastic left ventricle. These are the high parasternal short axis view images showing normal drainage of the pulmonary veins into the left atrium. We can also notice a decompressing vein which is called levoatriocardinal vein arising from the left atrium and it is draining into the left innominate vein. We can also notice there is a turbulence at the origin of levoatriocardinal vein where it is crossing the left pulmonary artery. A continuous wave Doppler at the level of obstruction in levoatriocardinal vein was showing a gradient of 52 by 26 millimeters of mercury. So this happened to be a case of situs solitus, levocardia, mitral atresia, hypoplastic left ventricle with a double outlet right ventricle with subaortic ventricular septal defect with bidirectional shunt, normally related great artery with a restrictive atrial septal defect shunting from left to right with levoatriocardinal vein with obstruction at its origin and draining into left innominate vein. So what is this levoatriocardinal vein? Levoatriocardinal vein is an anomalous connection between the left atrium or pulmonary vein and systemic veins such as innominate vein or a superior vena cava. It is usually associated with left-sided obstructive cardiac lesion and acts as a decompressing vessel from the left atrium. What are the differential diagnoses of levoatriocardinal vein? The usual differential diagnosis of levoatriocardinal vein are left-sided SVC or vertical vein in case of supracardiac TAPVC. Levoatriocardinal vein and left-sided SVC can be differentiated based on the direction of blood flow, whereas levoatriocardinal vein and vertical vein can be differentiated by drainage of the pulmonary veins. In levoatriocardinal vein, the pulmonary veins will be draining into the left atrium, whereas in vertical vein, the pulmonary veins will be draining into a common chamber. And also in vertical vein, the ASD will be shunting with right to left, whereas in patients with levoatriocardinal vein, the ASD will be shunting from left to right. Sometimes this levoatriocardinal vein may be associated with an obstruction. It is most commonly due to compression by the left pulmonary artery. In such situation, if it is associated with absent or a restrictive atrial septal defect, then the patients may present with features of obstructed pulmonary venous drainage. In such a situation, the management options are balloon atrial septostomy if there is a restrictive atrial septal defect or a blade atrial septostomy if there is intact atrial septum. Another less risky approach is stenting of the obstructed levoatriocardinal vein to relieve the pulmonary venous obstruction. To conclude, pulmonary venous obstruction can occur at various levels, either at individual pulmonary vein level or anomalous drainage of the pulmonary venous obstruction or restricted outflow of the pulmonary venous blood in case of left ventricular inflow obstruction. In babies with left ventricular inflow obstruction, the egress of pulmonary venous blood is dependent on the unrestricted ASD or a decompressing levoatriocardinal vein. Accurate and early diagnosis is important as enlarging the atrial septal defect or the stunting of the decompressing vein will effectively relieve the pulmonary venous obstruction in such cases. Thank you.